Hey guys, welcome to the next Dragon Quest IV challenge. If the title hasn't already spoiled it, it's a no weapons challenge. I don't know how far we're gonna get with this, but this does bring up a couple ideas of how I could be handling the game. I mean, for one thing, should I take away our magic spells? Or should we just only be able to do physical damage? At least for boss fights anyway. There are some enemies that literally you can't beat physically, I believe. So, I don't know. But I think what I'm going to do is wherever there are spellcasters, I'm going to take a moment to just go ahead and have them have a one round where I use them, and then one round where I don't. This could mean people like Maya, though, however, are not useful anymore because she only has the only spell that she has that isn't offensive, I think, is Sap, if I remember right. So she might be a little screwed on it, on that. But it does give that I'm allowed to have healers. I might need to switch them around to help keep our MP up. But the main thing we're going to be doing is every chapter, we're going to make sure we always sell all weapons. Stat seeds might be important here, so I might have to rely on Tortico later to steal up some strength seeds, but we'll see. But I am allowed to use any armor I want, so that's that. Though that does bring up a question, would I be able to maybe beat this later on without armor, but I don't know if I'm ready to jump into that. In any case, this is just the introduction for Ragnar. I'm only going to show off the boss battles unless getting through certain I can't talk. Getting past certain monsters is actually really difficult or not. Like if there's certain ones that just are going to give you trouble, I might show you the wild battle just briefly, saying like, so this is one you're going to have a little bit of tough time with. So, but yeah, for wild enemies, I'm allowing attack magic. Always, just so you know. But for boss battles, I'm probably going to do one with and one without magic. So look forward to that. For now, though, I guess I shall meet you with Ragnar's boss at the end of chapter boss next. Unless something pops up. So I'll see you there. I'll be bringing Healy along for sure. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you guys what sort of grinding I'm going to be looking forward to. I'm hitting them for about 1 to 3 damage randomly with Ragnar's fists. This is going to be pretty miserable, but as long as you have enough defense, you'll be able to tank through at least. This is just going to be very difficult to have to deal with later down the line. Oh, especially for Maya and Mina. My God, we're going to have to really rush Ujum for that, that's for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to demo just a little bit give you a little bit of an idea of what I'm looking at in between boss fights here. So yeah, be glad you're not being subjected to watching that over and over. My God. Anyway, again, just a brief little thing. Okay, guys, we're here with Ragnar, and we're at the final boss of his chapter here. One thing I want to mention is, while I said I'm not allowed to equip weapons, it doesn't mean I can't use them as an item in battle. I want to make sure that's clear. So that is why, while he doesn't have it equipped, I do have the cautery sword next to, like, right in his inventory, so he could go ahead and use it as needed. It'll let him do much more damage than he can with his fists. Believe me, you'll want that because you'll see the physical damage that he only does is like around 8 damage, while this could do up to 20-ish. So that's the plan anyway. Oh, I don't need that there. But yeah, this is the general setup here. You get a bunch of herbs, got the best equipment, except for I could get a better shield, but I don't really need it, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, just get the best equipment you can. I grind it to level 10, even though I probably don't need that either. I just wanted to get a little extra levels for him. That's the general plan for him. Yeah, that's it, though. He's level 10. He's got 37 strength and only 37 attack. So yeah, the no weapons is probably gonna be relying on us using items in battle as attacks. Very likely, anyway. But if there are other roundabout ways to use things, like for instance, when I get Psaro later, that's probably going to be useful for. He has some abilities that are attack based, but what do you call it, aren't attack spells necessarily. So anyway, in this chapter we don't have to worry about the spell disparity. So let's just go ahead and start the fight. That's nice. We know. Alright, for this fight, it's very simple. It's always simple. We're going to Cautery Sword Winky first. 11? Okay, that's fine. Everyone's defending, jeez. Winky is on a defend train. I don't know why either, but I'll keep doing it. Alright, now that he's down, now we gotta focus down Psaro's pawn here. One thing is, he does sometimes have immunity to Cautery Sword, so it won't always work, but to give you an example, this is the damage I have with physical. 9 damage. You're better off sometimes missing. Ooh, shit. I hope Healy stays alive. Oh, God. Oh, wow, that was sick. That really could have been bad. I mean, I think we would have won anyway because I have herbs, but would have made this a lot harder. Because Healy's not immune to fire, Healy just resists it. But yeah, this is essentially all this is. It's not really hard, it's just semi-luck based in a way. Like, he could really focus down Healy if he wanted to. And also get immunity to the Cautery Sword sometimes. Keep it up. Oh, he healed me instead. This might be goodbye Healy. Nope, Healy got his speed in there. There we go. Not too bad, though. But, alright. That's it for Chapter 1. Next up will be... for Alina's chapter here, I will only be showing you either interesting enemies or like boss fights, really. I will show you the tournament this time, though, which I'm not looking forward to. But yeah, I'm not sure how Alina's going to get through the tournament exactly, but well, I guess we'll see. In any case, I shall see you in Chapter 2. Okay, guys, we're here in Chapter 2 in the Tabarov fight, boss fight. I did a little extra grind that probably wasn't necessary because most of the enemies are kind of low HP, but we're at level 6, no weapons as usual. I mostly just got the best armor I could and ignored any weapons. So for this fight, though, the item setup doesn't really matter too much. For this fight, though, we're going to be able to actually do regular damage, alright, because having someone with sap means that you can actually attack and have your full strength in it. And good thing is, even without a weapon, Alina's got good strength. She's got better strength than Ragnar, at least better strength gains overall, just less HP. So she's actually going to be attacking. Kirill's going to help attack a little bit too, but he's mostly going to be buffing and healing because we absolutely need it. And Boria is just going to be using crack. Now, this is going to be the first fight. This is going to be with using crack. I don't think it's going to matter too much, though, if we don't use crack in this, though, because you'll see what I mean. But I'm going to show off it either way. But when I do it without crack, I'm going to be doing it in fast forward. But yeah, Alina actually kill the early enemies. It's going to be later on that we're going to be highly dependent on Borea, which is why I'm a little bit hesitant on banning any attack magic, but we'll see. Anyway, we just got to get into the sedan, or whatever they want to call it. I'm going to fast forward through this part because who cares? But yeah, this fight's going to be mostly easy. Alright, so the plan here is you're going to attack the Foo Dog. You are going to buff Borea to keep him up and running because he has least HP. And you are going to crack the Foo Dog. I could use Snooze too, but I'd rather not. Alright. You both can attack that while you go ahead and crack on the other Foo Dog. There you go. Good job. Very good. You both can attack that while you go ahead and sap Master Kang. Or Kung, or whatever his name is. Very good. Both of you can attack, and I'm going to have you go ahead and start using crack on Master Kung. Yeah, Kirill's not really much for attack, as you can see. So you go ahead and heal, and you go ahead and try to crack. Crack sometimes gets through, but Master Kung highly resists it. Alright, go ahead and just keep attacking, I guess. Kirill's not going to be able to do much, though. Well, actually, with Sap, he actually gives a little bit of help, so... That's a... I never really see that animation. Anyway, that's it, though. Not hard, really. Get the best equipment, and you could slowly whittle it down. Having heal is where a lot of these fights are going to be absolutely critical. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it with the enemies that can self-heal, though. Like, fighting some of the healers can be annoying, but they have low HP, so you can get through it. I'm not sure about, like, King Cure Slime or just a regular... I mean, King Heal Slime, whatever it's called. And Cure Slimes, I don't know how those are going to go either. But in any case, I'm going to meet you guys back at near the sedan, or the litter, or whatever you want to call the thing that we get transported in. And we're going to do this without using crack, just to show it off. Yep, thank you for the seed of life. Alright, so this is going to be the fight without using crack. It's not going to be very much different, guys. It just takes a little longer. Since Borea's forbidden to using his crack spell, well, Borea has a plethora, is the support mage of the whole game, I mean, so he has a plethora of other things he could be doing. So, instead of using crack, he's just going to use sap instead. I am going to fast forward through this, though, like I mentioned before. But yeah, he's just essentially going to keep using sap on everybody. Why don't you go ahead... I gave herbs to Borea to let him do a little bit more while they're doing all this. Okay, good, good. And now you can use Snooze. Very good. Everyone can just attack now. And done! He can sometimes heal, so if you take too long or whatever, then you have to deal with that. But yeah, for the most part, Borea doesn't even have to use crack. I mean, honestly, he doesn't really have to use his magic attacks for the most part ever, really, in this. I mean, at boss battles, at least. He can just support very, very well. And that's why Kirill and Borea are very good at what they do. Alright, anyway, I guess I'll be seeing you either at an interesting fight when we don't have weapons, or at the Coliseum, the arena. Let's see how that goes. Jeez, I'm not looking forward to that. Okay, guys, we are in the Birdsong Tower, and I wanted to show off an enemy that can give you some really big trouble when you try to fight it. These guys can... I'm going to have to use buff. These guys can call for help, and they also hit very hard, and are highly resistant to a lot of things. So, Normally, the game expects you to be able to just one-shot these, I think, or something. I'm just gonna keep buffing because I have some terrible luck. Why are you attacking the one that's not sapped? Ugh, the AI can be dumb sometimes. We might get lucky and not have to see it, but believe me when I say these can be pretty bad. Yeah, we're not going to see it this time, but just trust me. I've had a couple fights where they decided to start defending and like a bunch just keeps showing up. It is really ridiculous. Yeah, that's it. But just trust me on that. It didn't get to demonstrate it correctly this time, but they are very annoying. The setup is very bad, and you're very likely to run out of MP. So in those cases, I highly recommend just running if you can. Maybe like snooze, heal, run type of thing. Defend if you need to heal or something. Just don't bother with them if you're going to be doing this. Alright, anyway, I'll see you in the arena. Alright guys, we're here at the arena. I probably overgrinded a bit, but I think that's okay. I'm at level 16 with Alina and 15-15 with Kira and Boria. I'm not too worried about them. I wanted to make sure I had enough defense to outlast a lot of people since I don't have a weapon. One thing I do want to mention is I was killing a bunch of metal slimes. I got quite lucky and one of them dropped a golden tiara. It's not that important this early on, to be honest. It's 3 more defense than the feather hat. Just has the protection against Fuddle, which we didn't really have to worry about at all this chapter, so it's only 3 more defense. Don't worry about getting it. You could also replace the meteorite bracer with a gold bracer in the casino, which is a lot cheaper if you don't want to grind the casino. I just prefer to always make sure I'm fast and first, even if Alina generally always is anyway. I got the spangled dress from the casino as well to keep her defenses up as high as possible. As you can see, we're at 77. She's got 64 strength, 104 agility. Yeah, that's pretty good stats there. Here is Kirill and Boria, how they're doing. Obviously, their item setup doesn't really matter as much here, but gave them the best stuff that they can. Sadly, that for Boria, it means leather and scale gear here, so... But anyway, this is not too bad because my defense is so high. So, let's start. It's weird to actually show this off because I usually skip this whenever I play. Also because it's not really necessary for most challenge runs. Because it's always going to be Alina by herself. But alright, first fight. This is going to be easy, just attack. As you can see, we're only doing 13, 14 damage here. But she still has her awesome crit rate. And he can only do 1 or 2 damage. I'm going to fast forward that part. There we go. They're a little slow. I don't think we need to use an herb for 1 HP. Oops, sorry, hit my desk. Quick Draw Magor. He's a little tougher. He hits a bit harder, but honestly, you don't have to worry. I looked all over to see if there's any other items I could use in battle like I did for Ragnar, but the only one we can do is the Abacus. I'm going to go ahead and Medical Herb now, because we are going to get one from him after this. You don't really need to, but it's a good way to not waste one. There's the crit. Essentially, you have to hope Alina gets that crit in. But yeah, though, she's pretty okay for this chapter. I really think later on is where we're really going to feel the pain of just attacking with our fists, though. I'll use 1, and we're good. This one, I think I've shown in my original Dragon Warrior 4 playthrough, but honestly, you just defend with her. Let her waste her magic. Just keep defending. eventually she will run out. If she can't cast for crack, then we're good. Only because she has heal more, and you don't want her to be healing while you're attacking her. I think she should be... Yep, she's out. She's going to be defending a bunch, but you could just wail on her. I do think she has a cool sprite, though. And I'm glad they included at least a female you could fight as well. Because usually it's like, oh, only male gladiator types or whatever. But okay. The next one is going to be the toughest because he actually has defense, and you're going to actually have to heal. Luckily, he doesn't heal himself alongside you, though. Okay, we're good. We don't need any more medicinal herbs. Alright, Samsonite. Alright, as you can see, 5 damage is what we're doing while he's doing 9. It's gonna be a tough one. Once we hit about half... Oh! Or not! If we get the crit in, we're good, so... I'm fine with this. When I did my test run, I didn't get my crit. I just had to keep slowly hitting with that 5 damage each. Alright, that's not bad at all. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. This next one is just the most annoying, but it's not hard. I am going to fast forward for this part because we're going to miss a lot. But we have the defense to deal with him, so I'm always going to attack the second one. Okay. Well, when I record, apparently the game loves to give me crits. Wow. I don't know what to say to that. Well, don't worry. Let me just put it this way. Generally, he's only doing about like 2 to 4 or 5 damage to you each time you miss. So what I usually do is just keep attacking the same one until he goes down. That's the strategy. I was not expecting that. But okay, that's chapter 2 for you, because the next fight doesn't matter because he never shows up for it. Alright, for chapter 3, I don't think I'm going to be showing it off, unless somewhere I could show you somewhere is problematic, but I think that could be easily solved by just getting a cautery sword and using it as an item, so... In any case, though, I will see you most likely in chapter 4, if not just a brief moment in chapter 3. See you there.